no more room in hell. The dead will walk here.
Season's greetings. We're back. It's like a Christmas couple of weeks, so we're looking at stocking fillers. We might have already looked at one stocking filler. We might not have done. This might be the first one, depending on how I edit it. See though I've played the field there, Bib.
Like it?
I do as well. But not as much as I like this t-shirt. Luke, why have you turned off your tagging computer? Because I'm a frickin' Jedi. That's why I've turned it off. Anyway.
Technically he wasn't a Jedi at that point.
He was in training.
Yeah, exactly, but he hadn't gone to Dagobah. He wasn't even in training.
Use the Force, Luke.
But the Force was stronger than him?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it was. Right, so anyway, we've got the Roland Cube range today. Well, not all of them, we haven't got the biggest brother, but we've got all of the other bits. So we've got the 20GX, the 40GX, which is the one we're going to start with, and then this little baby fella here, which is the Micro Cube GX. Kind of similar to the Cube Lite that we reviewed, so go and check that out. But this guy's got a little bit more of an amp kind of feel to it rather than a desktop kind of thing. So we'll start with the 40. So what you'll see about the screen is kind of a rundown of what we've got on the panel. So we've got a 3-band EQ, got some effects there with a tap tempo, and we've got also the ability to play this with a pedal, which we haven't got on the 20 or the Micro, so we can use this bad boy to do loads of stuff. And this is actually the foot pedal from the GA, so if you've got one of the GA range you can still use your old pedal, and what you get supplied is one of these, which is a little sticker set, and it makes that GX worthy. You stick them on there and it's fun. It's a fun game that you're getting for free, that sticker game. Put it over there. Right guys, so here is the clean tone. So we get a JC clean, which is the old jazz chorus, which is great, man, for a solid state amp. Loads of headroom, 40 watts on this. Again, we're kind of in the studio vibe, so we haven't even got it on like whatever o'clock it would be, 9 o'clock. It's not even on 9 o'clock. So let's have a little listen to what that sounds like. Nice amount of sparkle to it.
It's a pleasing tone.
It's a pleasing tone. Surprisingly pleasing, and so that's our jazz chorus, and so that shares the EQ with the lead channel, which is what I'm about to kick in. We've also got a solo channel as well on these bad boys, which allows you to basically have whatever tone you want, and it's memory saveable. So let's go to the lead channel, which I've currently got as it's like a rectifier, I think. Maybe a bit too much reverb, but what are you gonna do? So we're going to hit the solo button, and I think this is the extreme setting. So it's like loads of amps, aptly named, so tweed, brick combo, that kind of deal. So here's the solo button. Let's see what happens. This extreme. Just take that octave off, because I don't really like it. sounds pretty cool. Let's try another amp model. So I will put it onto, just need to stand up a little bit. I'm going to put it onto classic and see what that's all about. Cool, man. All the amps sound good. The effects sound great, and it sound, man, for the money. Yeah, okay, you might need a big pair of socks to get this on the end of your bed, but 40-watt amp for under 200 English sovs. It's ridiculous, man. So I'm going to move on to the tiny brother, which, well, not the tiniest of all brothers, the middle brother, the one that no one likes, the 20-watt. Welcome back, chieftains. We've now got a 20-watter, so if your Mars tights aren't as big as they once were, she's lost a bit of weight, she's been looking after us then you're going to have the 20-watt cube, 20-watt GX. Pretty much the same deal, half the volume, 160 or less of the English greens. That's just ridic, right? Not the Chronicles of Riddick, but ridic nonetheless. Has anyone seen the new one? No? Did you fancy it?
I don't think it's out.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get hold of it.
You're trying to Jeff?
Nothing. So what we've done with this one, the AC clean is still our go-to starting thing. We ain't got a tap tempo anymore, and we ain't got the ability to use the GA floor pedal, but you can use a latching kind of Marshall amp switcher, whatever amp switcher kind of pedal. We get them for loads of different stuff. Or you can buy one from Boss, I suppose. So that's what we can do with this. We've still got the solo patch, which allows us to save our favourite and keep that as a memory kind of location, which is brilliant because we never had that before. And we've got an acoustic simulator as well. A few less amps, but all kind of laid out. So we've got to go for the metal for the solo. It's the AC, the JC Clean, Jazz Chorus Clean, and I'm going to go to an acoustic simulator, which I think are brilliant on these amps. And then we're going to go to the solo, which is a metal kind of sound.
Metal!
Yeah, it's going to become a thing. So here's the Jazz Clean again. Bit of delay, a little bit of reverb on there as well, no chorus, so no other effects. Then we're going to go to the acoustic simulation. Can't do that on your acoustic, can you? And then there's the kind of heavy, extreme metal kind of setting. Nice little bit of octave on there as well. 20 watts, man. It's proper loud. And that's like 9 o'clock. Done me hearing. Anyway, let's go to the baby of the bunch. Right, peeps, but last, definitely but not least, is the little tiny fella that's as big as a normal sized face. Well, I might have a big face though, but it's pretty small. So with this, it's completely stripped down because it is exactly what it's meant to be. It's a micro thing that you take around with you, and you put batteries in the back, and you can walk around town wearing a suit of them. They come in 3 different colours: white, black, and red. And as with the whole range, the custom designed speaker cones, so the speakers are designed for that model, they're not just thrown in for the whole range. Which is good, man. It keeps the cabinet resonating the way it should, and it keeps everything sounding great. Now, if you crank the balls out one of these, it's going to sound fairly rank. But because we know it's meant to be for a bedroom or a little room, a practice thing, when you get it halfway up, it sounds brilliant, man. It's really, really good. So with this, we haven't got 2 channels. We've got a solo button, but the solo button now is just a memory button. So it memorises all of your effects and EQs from an amp model, but it doesn't remember the amp model. But it sounds really, really good. So here's the rectifier setting on this. And again, we're just under half volume. That's kind of the tone you're going to be hearing on this amp, because you're going to be practicing your scales.
Them scales!
Them scales. So that metronomic. So that's what that sounds like. Rectifier preset, which again, it sounds massive. That's too loud for what I think you need this amp for. And for less than a $1. You owe it to yourselves, people, and this is like, if your ma hasn't got like much leg, get one of her socks on there. I reckon.
It wouldn't fit in a stocking, it's more for a sock.
It's a sock and a tange. Get a cube and a tangerine for Christmas. You'd be happy as a pig and shit. Anyway, so let's move on to the other presets. So again, I've got no control over channels, so I'm just going to move the amp modeler. So now we've got the acoustic. And as you were saying, Bib, it's kind of more resonatory.
Yeah, it sounds a little like a drobo. Or
Yeah, so it's kind of not like you wouldn't want to take it out and pretend to have an acoustic, but it's close enough, it's pretty good. And then to the AC clean. And then we have a black panel, which is just like, I assume it's like a blackface kind of deal. I don't even know what I was doing with that. nice brick combo. Nice. Back to the rectifier, we've had that. Extreme. Enough crunch in that for a little fella. I've been playing Rocksmith too. That's where I got that from this fine afternoon. Thanks, Bib, for bringing it over. So anyway, guys, it's a mint little amp. It does exactly what you meant it to do. You don't want to go and mic this up and try and play Glastonbury with it, though you most probably could. It's about practicing your scales and warming up before a show and taking it to your mates, having a little bit of a jam and not for balls out being in it. It's about just having a little bit of a tone. All of these amps use the iCube link as well, which is brilliant. It's still only iOS, so don't kick off. If you tell Google, I'm sure they'll get in touch with Roland and try and get it on Android. But if you've got an iOS device, which we all have, it works great with that. And you can kind of get rid of the guitarist on the track and be your own man. It's all good. Brilliant range of amps, and they're all dead cheap. So Christmas is coming. The amps are getting fat. Who's going to put one in an old man's hat? If you haven't got a cube, a micro will do. If you haven't got a micro, well, God bless you. Lids. Right. Anyway, I'm going to go to extremes and put loads of reverb on and just make noise on the way out. So we'll see you next week. Hopefully it won't be Christmas, otherwise we might not see it 'cause you won't be watching anything. But we'll see you soon anyway. So take it easy, people.